What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And I had to do a reply to this because we got Captain Coon, the man who hates black women more than anybody I've ever seen, Tommy Sotomayor, a.k.a. Milk Dud, a.k.a. the Penis Head, is back in action. Back in action. And you know why he came back? Of course he didn't come back to attack Pearly Things. I mean, we're talking about Tommy Sotomayor here. He came back to go at Sixdagoddis Dnieka Marie in support of Just Pearly Things, claiming that they're only going at Just Pearly Things for clout. Now, I mean, you can't make this up. Let me tell you guys something, just so you get a little bit of backstory before we go into this review. Tommy Sotomayor has been kicked off of YouTube so much. People cannot stand this man so much. He can't even make another channel. Soon as YouTube sees the name Tommy Sotomayor or they see his face, they ban the channel. They immediately demonetize the channel. They immediately shadow ban the channel to the point where Tommy said, F it, I'm not even going to do YouTube anymore. But he went through the effort of making a channel to come back to YouTube solely to defend Just Pearly Things. And of course, to attack some black women on the side. You know he got to do that. Now listen, I'm no hater. Tommy Sotomayor can be funny sometimes. All right, he can. But his stick kind of gets old because it's a one-trick horse. He's going to come on, he's going to roast black women. I mean, once you've seen it one time, you've basically seen it. To me, there's not enough versatility in his content. But he can be funny sometimes. But what's hilarious to me, and this is an early gem. We started off right away with the gems. Tommy felt the need to make a YouTube channel that's going to get banned, that's going to get taken down, that's already probably been demonetized. Well, actually, it's not even monetized yet because he literally just made it, solely to attack Sixdagoddis Dnieka Marie and black women for defending Just Pearly Things. Now, Just Pearly Things has never put Tommy Sotomayor on her platform. And she's never vouched for YouTube to bring Tommy Sotomayor back on the damn platform. As a matter of fact, she's done nothing to help or defend Tommy Sotomayor. So you will wonder why it was so damn important to make a whole new channel to defend the honor of this white woman who you don't know, who has not invited you on her show, who has not vouched for you to be able to come back on YouTube or even gave you a show on her channel so you can still talk your shit under the guise of one of her channels. She's done none of that. But you felt the need to come in here and attack black women in her honor, saying that they're looking for clout, which, I mean, what are you doing? If you're going to say they're looking for a clout for responding, what the hell are you doing right now? But that's just a funny thing that I had to point out before we even got into this review. This woman has done nothing to defend you, but you defending her. And when I did my reply to this whole situation about her comments, the first thing I said was, you're automatically a coon if you defend her because they would not defend you. No white man is bringing a black man on his show to talk crap about white women. They will not do it. You will never see Tommy Sotomayor. You will never see Obsidian. You will never see any of these dudes, Richard Cooper, Better Bachelor, or any of the major white MGTOW red pill, whatever you want to call them, it's your whatchamacallit channels, to join them in talking crap about white women. It'll never happen. It will never happen. Nor will you see Just Pearly Things bring on black women to join her in talking crap about white men. Won't happen. But you have a black man who got banned from a damn platform, come back, make a new channel, and use his influence to defend a white woman who has done absolutely nothing about the fact that he's been banned from YouTube. You can't make this ish up. I mean, you cannot make this ish up. This is literal proof of what I said. They'll let y'all come and talk about each other on their platforms, but they will not invite you to talk about them or their issues on their platforms. They won't do it, nor will they help you get your platform back. You want to help her get her status back. She ain't help you get your status back. She ain't help Kyrie get his status back. She ain't help Kanye get his status back. But I digress. So without further to say, let's get straight into the video and see what the man is talking about.
These women are going around now doing video after video on Miss Pearly Things or whatever it is, whatever her name is, Miss Pearly Things. They all got something to say about Miss Pearly Things. Why though? What has Miss Pearly done to any of them? Just Pearly Things. I call them Miss Pearly Things. Seriously?
Now, I want to point that out really quick in the very beginning of this. Did y'all hear what he said? Just Pearly Things. I call them Miss Pearly Things. Throughout the rest of this video, he's going to refer to black women as bitches and hoes. He will never say miss about any of them. It will never happen in the rest of this video. And I also want to say this really quick. Y'all be supporting these dudes because y'all don't like black women either. And y'all think, not all of y'all, but I'm talking about the dudes who support them. Y'all think they just don't like black women like you, but they like black men. No, they don't. They don't like black people. They don't like that they're black. They don't. Tommy don't. You can let Tommy convince you if you want to that he likes being black, but he does not. He does not. It's deeper than black women with him. Because to call Pearly Miss Pearly Things when she's done nothing for you, but then continue in the rest of the video to call black women who've done nothing to you, they weren't even talking about Tommy Sotomayor. Bitches and hoes and all this other stuff. The whole entire video is insane. But let's continue.
Question. What has Pearly Things did to Sixdagoddis? What has Pearly Things said about Sixdagoddis? What has Pearly Things said about Dnieka? What has Pearly Things said about any of these black hoes? Name a thing.
There it goes, black hoes. And it's funny because before I even got to that part, I already said, okay, Pearly Things hasn't said anything to them. Okay, they didn't say anything to you. Their video wasn't about you. They have not bothered you. You're not even on the platform. So this is a disingenuous argument in the first place. Because if you're going to base your argument on the foundation of Miss Pearly Things hasn't bothered y'all, so y'all shouldn't bother her, then why are you bothering them? They didn't bother you. A lot of these YouTubers say dumb shit that sounds smart to stupid people. But let's continue.
That Pearly Things has said about any one of these black women. Just name one. Name one. One thing she said. Nothing. Never said a thing about these black women. Yet these black women are coming out saying, y'all put her on a pedestal. Y'all put her on a pedestal. What the fuck do you think those men are doing to you, Miss 6 Foot the Goddess? What are they doing to you, ma'am? You want to be the only bitch put on a pedestal? Now, mind you, and I'm not telling a story. This is the truth. Do y'all know what the third bitch on that video said? Miss K's Days. K's Days. Do you know what K's Days said about Miss Pearly? K's Days said Miss Pearly is ugly as fuck. Look at the picture and look who said that this other woman is ugly. Look who said it.
But Pearl is unattractive. Unless you're about to make the argument, which we're going to see if he's going to make, that Pearl is anything other than unattractive, what's the point in bringing that up? KK Days said Pearl was ugly. I would agree with the fact that Pearl is ugly. If your argument is, well, KK Days is ugly too, that's fine, because guess what? KK Days never said she was a bad. She never said she was a bad bitch. She said Pearl was ugly. Pearl's average at best. And you pushing it to say that. Shout out to KS, Kevin Samuels. You're pushing it to say that. So it doesn't matter if KK Days is ugly or not. So is Pearl. It doesn't discredit what she said. But let's see if that's going to argument that he's going to make. Let's see if he's going to pretend that Pearl is a bad bitch, because she's not. But let's just see.
Imagine that woman calls somebody ugly. Straight up. That woman with that rope in her hair. That woman calls somebody straight up saying, she got a man, she look like a man, got big shoulders. Bitch, you look like a big old offensive lineman. You look like a defensive tackle. How dare you, ma'am?
All right, and that's true. KK is round as hell. She do look like she could go and replace the nose tackle who just left the Philadelphia Eagles. But Pearl is tall as all hell with no feminine curves, big broad ass shoulders, and huge ass feet. Just Pearly Things look like she could get in the paint and hold down the block and get all the boards with Nikola Jokic for the Denver Nuggets. They should have had her last night. If Nikola Jokic was out last night, they would have had Pearly Things. They wouldn't have lost to the New Orleans Pelicans. But let's continue.
The only time you be good for anything is if we got stuck in a hole or stuck in a tree. We can use your hair to climb up or down.
You could also use Pearly Things' long-ass arms to climb up or down. Shorty out here built like Gumby. But let's continue.
3 motherfuckers with hair in their head that ain't theirs versus one who grows her own hair. 3 motherfuckers with tons of makeup on, gotta wear body magic and gotta show you their titties. All 3 of them combined have less views and viewers than that white girl who walk out looking plain Jane.
First of all, the only one who you could argue has their titties out is Six. Dnieka, if y'all following my censor right here, it's right here in the middle, ain't no titties out. KK for days. Ain't no titties out. Actually, Pearl actually has a lower cut shirt. Follow this mouse. Pearl actually has a lower cut shirt than both KK for days and Dnieka Marie. Arguably, it's lower cut than Six. But the problem is Pearl got a bird-ass chest, a man-ass chest, so you can't even tell. But neither one of these women have their breasts out. So that argument is dumb. Yeah, Dnieka and Six got makeup on. K don't. So that argument really don't fit either because K doesn't have any makeup on. But if you're going to go online and present yourself a certain way, you're supposed to transform yourself into a bad bitch. You better not be my girl and you're going to go online on YouTube in front of thousands of people looking like just pearly things over here. Looking like the strongest cave woman in the Caucasus Mountains. You better not go out looking like that, but let's continue.
Y'all see what it says on the bottom? Fake woke, but for real broke. You can actually smell the jealousy in these black women. You can smell the jealousy that these black women have of these plain white, this one plain ass white girl. So imagine how they feel about a white bitch that look good. Somebody tell me I'm lying.
Oh, so he does think Pearl looks good. Hold up. So he does think Pearl looks good. Nah, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that, brother. Pearl does not look good. There's nothing good looking about Pearl. It's also interesting that he's saying that Six, Dnieka, and KK for days are jealous of just pearly things. When one of the reasons Pearl is under fire for being racist in the first place is because she agreed with Nick Fuentes with his white supremacist talking point. And this is a gem. So somebody key this in for me. But when Nick Fuentes said, and I quote, statistically speaking, which is funny that when the white man and the white woman says this, y'all just agree with it. But when I said it, y'all tried to say, where'd you get that from, Alex? National Geographic, Time Magazine, any type of research will tell you this. But anyways, Nick Fuentes said, and I quote, America is not going to be America anymore if we don't do something because white people in the white population are becoming minorities and will be replaced with people of color, a.k.a. Hispanic people, a.k.a. black people. That's why they've been locking Hispanic people in concentration camps, trying to stop them from coming over here. And you already know, because, we have enough black people in here that you already know all the things they've done to try to kill black people, to try to decimate our numbers. Including, but not limited to, putting a Planned Parenthood on every block in a predominantly black neighborhood or community. So you're saying that they're jealous of pearly things because I guess her money and because she has more subscribers. But Nick Fuentes is literally jealous because the color gene is a dominant gene. And whenever a black person or a Hispanic person sleeps with a white person, the baby's going to come out colored the vast majority of the time. And if it continues to happen at the ratio that is happening with more interracial relationships on top of black people being with black people and Hispanic people being with Hispanic people, this country will no longer be majority white. Some of you are still stupid and naive enough to believe that they're 80% of this country. They're not. But Nick Fuentes literally said this. No one argued with him when he said this. But I guarantee you someone's going to come in my comments to try to argue with me. Like this wasn't in National Geographic. Everyone knows that this is coming. By 2050, you're going to see way more Steph Currys and Patrick Mahomes than just pasty things. That's a fact. So if anyone is jealous, they're jealous. Because they're going to be the minority. Black people and Hispanics have been the minority in this country forever. This ain't even their country. They stole it from the natives, which I'm not even going to get into that. But the natives were black and Hispanic, but we ain't even going to get into that. Because y'all believe that they just wiped all the Native Americans out. The whole land full of people and they all dead, basically. Yeah, all right, but I digress. So this isn't even their land, and they're jealous because they're not going to be the majority anymore in their own damn land, and they want to do something to stop that from happening. They are so jealous of the fact that they aren't going to be the majority anymore, that they're literally calling to do something to stop the reproduction of black and Hispanic people in this country so that they don't become the minority. And you want to talk about someone being jealous? Come on, let's really cook. Let's really cook if we're going to cook, but let's continue.
Right. 6 is got to be like an 8. She got to be an 8 or a 9. That white girl is a 3 or 4 amongst whites. 3 probably amongst whites. Yet the 8 or 9.
She's a 3 or 4 amongst anybody. So why did you just pretend she was attractive? Come on now, the starting center for the Denver Nuggets is not attractive. Let's cut it out. Juwanna Mann is not attractive.
Blacks is jealous of the 3 and the 4. Let it sink in. The 8 or the 9 amongst blacks is jealous of the 3 and the fucking 4. How is this even possible? How did you even find yourself jealous of this white girl? How
did the argument become about them being jealous? KK for days is the one who says she's not attractive, which she's not. And the whole entire live stream, which I ain't had enough time to watch, I just watched the part where she reviewed what Pearl was saying, and that's coming next too. Because Pearl was talking real greasy like she's some type of super thug. What? But I digress. The whole video was about Pearl's racist comments and how it's disappointing that a lot of you coons, like Tommy, are coming out here defending this white woman who ain't defending you. Again, Tommy's channel's banned. Pearl's doing nothing about it. She ain't attempting to do nothing about it. So what you defending her for? She ain't looking out for you. And they talked about how she used black people to grow her channel and then turned on them and made racist, disparaging remarks about those same people, which I've also already pointed out how she initially had her channel. She was trying to be just her pasty self, but white people do not like her. Her own best friend is on TikTok talking about her. They can't stand her. Papa Gut talks about her all the time. They do not like her. So she had to come to the black community where black people just accept anyone in. You could come to the cookout if you know how to twerk. You could come to the cookout if you like black women. Then we get backstabbed. It happens all the damn time. Look at the damn natives. What did the natives do? Hey, we're going to bring y'all over. Y'all can have Thanksgiving with us. They feed them. Then what happens? They get shot. Their land gets taken over. Negroes never learn, but let's continue.
I understand that, founder. They're jealous of her success. But this woman and her friends kept calling her pasty. Pasty. Now let me ask y'all black folks this. Let me ask y'all something. Do you think it'd have been okay for Miss Pearly Things to get on a show and say blackie about any black woman? They kept calling her pasty, and they keep calling you black men raccoons. Raccoons. They so fucking lame. That's why, honestly,
First of all, let me say this. Considering Just Pasty Things, aka Just Nazi Things, came on here and agreed that the diversity in the country is white genocide and it's not white supremacist to say that the country is going to foundationally change if it becomes more colored, which doesn't even make any sense because the founding principles of this damn country is freedom, justice, and liberty for all. So how does that change because white people become the minority? It does not. She said that because she wants to remain and retain in power and in an authoritative position, and she does not want to be in a position where the majority of the country is colored, Latino, African American, Hispanic, whatever you want to call it. It's whatchamacallit. She doesn't want to live in a society like that, which is racism. Because you want to be the majority so you can continue to have the power, which you can use to manipulate the system and make sure that you stay on top. You don't want to have to scrap up from the bottom. Not only that, but she also got to say that racism was embellished. Not only that, but she literally came on and said black people were lazy. And only her Africans work hard, and she wished she could bring her Africans over here to work harder for her because the black people she has are lazy. And you're defending her for saying that, and you think if she would have came out here and said, you blackie, something would have happened to her. We're trying to hold her accountable for what she did say, and you're defending her. You hypocrite. And we calling you a coon because that's what you acting like, a coon. Now, if you wanted to go back to your stick of roasting black women after you held Just Pearly Things accountable, you wouldn't have been called a coon. But the fact that you came back to YouTube solely to roast two black women who weren't talking to you in defense of a white woman who's done nothing for you is exactly why we call your slimy space penis looking ass a coon. But let's continue.
I have no real interest in listening to black women because if you listen to them, it's just a bunch of stupid shit. It's just a bunch of stupid shit and name calling. Someone tell me if I'm lying. Black women get online and all they do is say stupid pseudoscience, stupid pseudo-intellectual shit, and then do what? Call your names all day. Just sit there and just keep calling motherfuckers' names. Coons, raccoons, bullet bags. Just calling niggas' names. No reason for it, just doing it. And that's why I'm so disappointed in you black men. Because y'all help put money in these hoes' pockets who just sit around calling y'all names. You don't believe me? Let me let y'all listen to a part where I paused it. And I couldn't believe what I was freaking hearing. Listen to this. Let me see if I can put this up here. Hopefully, I don't show the wrong thing. I'm good at having some porn up. The next thing I know, I got to explain to y'all, I don't know how that horse ended up on top of that woman. I wasn't really looking for that. It just happened. Bestiality. I thought that said bestiality. My bad. I thought it was the best of reality. I'm sorry. I was not reading that. I did not. My bad. I do not know. This is an accident. I don't normally watch this. But since we're here, I don't normally watch this, but can't let a click go to waste.
Play the damn video. Jesus Christ.
When we in Florida, we call drug addicts basers or buddies.
Oh, okay. You be calling my junkies a K&A. Okay. Yeah, a K&A.
Look at them, gotta scratch that shit. Look at how they gotta walk on the camera. Just look how they gotta walk on camera just to get niggas to like them. They gotta get on camera every day with the tightest outfit on, they titties out. This bitch gotta sit down on the fucking floor with all this ridiculous shit on her eyes. And no matter how much these hoes put on their face, guess what Miss Pearly does just walking out her fucking house looking like herself. Right, gotta play in their hair. But you want to talk about...
First of all, you keep talking about their hair. Like, one, white women don't smell like wet dogs as soon as they take a shower. Two, like, white women don't wipe when they piss. And three, like, when a white woman gets wet, her hair don't be all frizzed up and stringy as hell. White women look bald-headed when they wet their hair because it gets stringy as hell. You can see every little particle. They be walking around looking like a goddamn muskrat. Walking around looking like Jolteon. Walking around looking like Electabuzz. Walking around looking like Master Splinter. But you want to sit here and talk about these women's hair. Talk about, she's sitting on the floor. She's got her breasts out. Her breasts aren't even out. My man just want to smash. That's why he keep focusing on that. Her breasts aren't even really out like that. Oh, Dnieka's sitting on the... Who cares where Dnieka's sitting? Clearly, she got a studio, and she decided to sit on the floor. At this particular moment, what does that even matter? What does that have to do with the context of anything that's being talked about? My man reaching hard as hell.
Miss Pearly things and call her pasty. She might be pasty, she might be ugly, but she got more motherfuckers trying to be with her for real than y'all got niggas just trying to fuck. Somebody tell me I'm lying.
I'll tell you lying. First of all, Just Pearly Things is in her mid-20s. Mid-20s or early 30s, I can't remember. I think it's mid-20s. Now, a 26-year-old, I believe that's her age, a 26-year-old white woman, generally a 26-year-old white woman, especially who's college educated, which she is, who comes from a wealthy family, which she does, is already married. The average wealthy college educated white woman is already married. So Just Pearly Things has all these damn options, as if Tommy Sotomayor wants you to believe, why the hell ain't nobody wife her ass up yet, especially since she's rich? I'll wait. Clearly you lying about those options because ain't nobody married her ass yet. Which will help support her being pasty and ugly. And mainly, two, we all know white women don't view black men as a prize. They view us as sex toys unless we're rich. Just Pearly Things' last relationship was with a black man who is not rich. So that shows you what her value is to white men. She don't got none. That's why she's getting close to her 30s and she's unmarried. That's why she's single. That's why she's dating black men. That's why she has to host relationship conversations regarding black women and black men and our dynamics and what's going on in our households and our communities, because she's a social reject of hers, despite the fact that she's wealthy. So you sit here talking about she got more options than them. I don't know about that. I don't know about it. They don't like she got many options than me. Because someone would have married her ass by now. Let's not act like it's normal for a white woman who's college educated and comes from a wealthy family to be pushing her 30s. Pushing to her 30s and is unmarried and single. So where are all these options that you're talking about? But let's continue.
All y'all got is niggas trying to fuck. That's it. Every one of them that's on the panel got niggas trying to fuck. They trying to hit. They trying to skeet off in your face.
That's all Pearl got. That's why her ass ain't married.
And y'all sit up there and make sure that every nigga that want to skeet in your face, he got something to skeet on. He got a place to skeet. That's it. Why you gotta go live every damn day looking like this? Like, seriously, nobody's gonna point this out? Come on, man. But listen.
Yeah, Philadelphia. So, in the early 20s, we hung out with a couple of people might have, did those activities. And then one of those people came up with it, and we just talking about white and black relationships. She's like, white is right. Miss, go buy your drugs and leave. I looked over at her like, this is how far going to her mind.
The biggest crackheads, they think that because they white that they're superior. Crackheads.
Yes.
Even the biggest crackheads, they think that because they white, they superior. You listen to the jealousy just oozing out these bitches' lace fronts. Just oozing. Oozing. What are they talking about? Of course they would think they superior, you dumb son of a bitch, if every day you use the word white supremacy. You take regular ass white people and call them superior just because they did something that you couldn't do. Nobody's thinking that that's odd. They think they better than us. You think they better than you. Matter of fact, she better than you because it took you bitches 3 hours just to go live. It took you 3 hours of getting prepared to go live. That white bitch do like I do and go live. Somebody tell me when I lied.
Well, you just lied again. First of all, Pearl has a whole goddamn production studio. She has a director. She has producers. So someone's telling her action. Someone's telling her cut. Someone's telling her look in this direction. Someone's telling someone else not to speak until they position the camera properly. So she does not just come on camera and do her thing. She does not. That's number one. All right. Number two. When black people mention white supremacy, they're talking about the economic, social, and political systems that were put in place to keep black people down. that Nick Fuentes literally admitted existed and that we need more of because it isn't even working. They're not saying white supremacy because white people are supreme, you dumbass. They're saying white supremacy because white people are trying to keep themselves in a supreme position and as the majority of the country, which just pasty things. Your goddess admitted she doesn't see anything wrong with. Oh, yeah, I don't think anything's wrong with white people wanting to stay in the majority and stay in power and not wanting to give any more shares of this country to colored people. I don't think that that's racist at all. So what are you talking about? But let's continue.
Go on. I want somebody to tell me when I lied. It takes them 3 hours to just get ready to do a show and repeat the same dumb, same pro-black shit. 3 hours, because they want to make sure you can see their tits. They want to make sure they put on all this fucking makeup. They literally do all this shit, and Miss Pearly go live anytime she want, and it'd be a bunch of motherfuckers watching Miss Pearly, but not you hoes. Oh, you want me to point something out?
Not true. Miss Pearly's highest, I'm sorry, I said her name wrong. Just Pasties' highest views comes in her studio-oriented shows, which mainly consist of black men and black women talking about their relationship dynamic struggles and problems with them themselves, which she does not just get up and do. She has production value. Now, every now and then she will make a video where she just gets up and do it, but so will all these women when the time comes called for. Just Pearly Things doesn't make herself up all the time because there's no point because she's ugly. You can't expect a regular bitch to act like a bad bitch. Pearly not a bad bitch. So why would she care about doing bad bitch things? It ain't gonna save her. You act like if Pearly put makeup on, she gonna look less like Joanna Man. She's not. She gonna look more like Joanna Man. It'd be worse. This should probably look like a drag queen. She already look like she should be on RuPaul's show. Ripping the one way, but let's continue.
I know a lot of people might not know I'm good at shit like this because let me tell you something. Sixdagoddis got her titties out. I don't have my dick out. Who got more people watching them right now, me or her? My dick ain't out. Her tits out and a bunch of other hoes with her. And she using Miss Pearly Things in her damn life. Who got more views? Who got more motherfuckers watching them? Huh? Woo! By how much? Somebody say by how much? Who wanna know by how much? Somebody say, how much, Tommy? Leroy said, straight out of bed. Yes, Pearl go live straight out of bed.
No, she does not.
How much? How many more? Somebody can somebody tell them how many more viewers I have than she does? Because we both live at the same time. I have over 1,500 people live than her right now. She has 1,264. She has 1,264. I have 1,236 here on YouTube. On Rumble, I have 1,100. My YouTubers and my website is up to 600. My Twitch is up to 65.
So I just want y'all to understand how disingenuous he's being. You would think that he said, well, I ain't got my titties out and I got more people watching me than you, that he's talking about on YouTube because that's what Sixdagoddis is streaming on. She's streaming on YouTube. This dude then continues to mention his Twitch, his Rumble, and his YouTube and combine all three numbers and say there's more people watching me than you. No shit, Sherlock. You're on more platforms than she is. If she was on Twitch, if she was on Instagram, I guarantee you, If Sixdagoddis was on Instagram and she was on YouTube at the same damn time, you wouldn't have had more viewers than her. Because as many coons as there is, and there's a lot, that's why black people remain as a whole in this situation they're in. This is why I created the elite fleet for everybody, but also to support the black people who got damn sense and really want to get out of the matrix. That's why we over here getting to the bag, building our own community, not trying to save hood rats and hood dudes. But I digress. as many coons as there are, and there's a lot of them, the majority of black people are coons. The divestors are coons too. So the majority of them are coons. There's more simps, bruh. So if you think if she would have went on IG and YouTube, and I got to give her another platform because you used 3. So let's say she had a Twitch and she went on Twitch, that she wouldn't have surpassed you. You out your rabbit ass mind. It's disingenuous. This is why I say YouTubers say stuff that sounds smart to people who are dumb. But let's continue.
And if y'all not watching over on Rumble, you need to go watch over Rumble. If you're watching over on YouTube, take your punk ass over to Rumble. Take your punk ass over there now with your bitch ass. And I ain't been on this bitch. I'm on a channel that's been dead for years. Now, these hoes over there, and y'all can't make me look bad in front of the wizards. That's why y'all gotta hit the cash app. If y'all don't hit the cash app, I look bad in front of these hoes. You gotta hit the cash app so I can't have all these people over here and y'all ain't showing no support because they throwing money at that bitch and her titties. So that's a different. But I'm looking on the top right now. 3 niggas. 2 of them gave $50. 1 gave $49.99. Why you think them niggas is throwing that kind of money at this woman on her, whatever you call that thing? Why do you
he said that they're hating on Pearl because she getting money and she has a bunch of subscribers. But he counting her money right now. 2 people done gave her $50. 1 person gave her $49.99. Stop hating. Who cares? What you counting her money for? See, you happy the white girl getting her money, but the sister getting her money, you like, oh, you know all these dudes giving her money? Let me guess, it's going to be because of her body, right?
Doing that. What do you think she's saying that makes sense? Nothing. But these same niggas will come over here and get straight game from me, and you think they'll hit the cash app?
And who's jealous? Somebody timestamp this. Who's jealous? She ain't counting your money. She didn't even make a reply to you. Who's hating? Who's jealous? And before any of you fruitball faggots come in here, oh, he's just trying to defend. He's a simp. He's just defending the black women. I done already corrected 6 on more than one occasion on my channel. One of my most viral videos was telling 6 that she didn't know what the hell she was talking about something and to stick to talking to the women. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. He's hating right now, and that's just the reality of the situation. And he's cooning. That's what he's doing. For someone who ain't going to do a goddamn thing and hasn't done a goddamn thing for him. I hope she at least put him on her show after this. Goddamn.
These niggas that I'm saying shit and trying to help them, you think they'll do it? Like Bill did. Bill O just sent me $30. You think they'll do it? Right there on the top, red, 50, 50, and 50. Because these niggas is hoping she see they 50 and suck they dick. For as silly as that sounds, somebody tell me if I'm lying. They think if she sees that $50 across that name, that they go say she'll suck they dick. And that's what these women are doing. That's why they coming on there half naked, talking about, hey, with they 3 hours of getting ready, because they know that y'all lame niggas will do that shit and hope for the best. So you sitting there and you watching this woman just showing ass all day and saying nonsense. Just listen.
How far gone they are. You're a donkey. And you think skin color means anything. You can't go without. Oh, God. So, yes, she's too far gone.
I don't know if this woman's really fat or really big-breasted, but she's wide across the chest. I'm not really sure, but she called this woman ugly. That's what was a surprise.
You said earlier, which is something I wanted to touch on, which was, it's not about educating her. I'm so glad you said that. Like, even when you said, I'm like, thank you. Because I've seen videos. It's not educating.
These bitches know exactly what's going on. Stop.
Thank you.
They know. Can we stop with that shit? They know.
This is, listen, look at how that six chick keeps doing this. Keeps playing in that shit. There's something sick about black women. There's something really sick about them. more than white bitches who grow the shit out their head.
Why does that even matter? First of all, they both play in their hair, but why does that even matter? What does that have to do with anything?
Exactly, and that's all I wanted to say. I fully agree with everything that you're saying. You actually brought something to my mind that I wasn't thinking about, which I
Look at this shit.
She's going to actually transition.
This is pro-blackness?
That's the only thing that you said that I didn't even think of myself, and I'm like, that's...
And then she's gonna be like, yeah, you know, black women do this and black men do that, and they're gonna be like, well, I'm sorry, how are you qualified to speak on this? How do you know? And she's gonna be like, I literally sat and talked to black people for years on my channel. That's what she's gonna say. And
so now we're arguing what you say that this white girl is going to do in the future. Look how stupid this is. So they're not arguing what the white girl did.
Because you skipped that part.
They're arguing that the white girl in the future is going to talk about black men and women and then say, well, because I've been around them my whole life. What the fuck? This is a discussion? See, what's going to happen is she's going to... Wow, so we're not mad at what she's done. We're going to mad at what...
This is a very childish reaction video he's doing right now. There's no type of intellectual advancement. He's not even really defending Pearl's position. He's just using this to, as he would say they're doing, he's doing the same thing, to get clout to roast black women who aren't even discussing him. This is a very childish reaction video, but we're about to wrap it up because it's almost done. It's very childish.
What she's going to do. And of course, what she's going to do is something negative. So we need to stop it now by doing what? Do you want us to kill her? What do you want us to do, Six? Do you want us to no longer watch her and to start watching you? You want the 1.3, almost 1.4 million subs? That's what you want, Six? Because all this is dripping and is pure jealousy.
Well, what was it when you started counting her money? She got $600, everybody. She got $600, everybody. Everybody, she got $600, everybody. Don't you talk about that white woman, everybody. This is the crispy puppet in real life. Don't you talk about that white woman, everybody. Hey, you send her $600, everybody, for nothing. Can y'all believe this shit? Y'all see this shit, everybody?
Yes, Pearly, she's gonna roll this clip and they're gonna be her case study. All them niggas is case studies.
But the thing about it is, a lot of those raccoons are going to believe she's going to take them with her.
Yes, they do.
And she's not.
She's not.
Yeah.
See, and the thing is, a lot of those raccoons, why would y'all listen to dumb hoes like this? That would literally keep referring to...
What Dnieka said just now isn't even dumb. She said a lot of y'all support Pearly because y'all believe Pearly's going to take y'all with her, which she is not. You're supporting Pearly right now. She's done nothing to get you your YouTube channels back. She has not brought you on her show. She has not offered you a show. She's done nothing for you, and you going hard as hell to defend this woman for absolutely no reason. So it's fair to say that the only reason you would be doing this is because you think she's going to take you somewhere, which I would agree with Dnieka if that's the case, that she's not. But let's continue.
Anyone that doesn't believe what they're saying as a raccoon. And you grown-ass men are over there hoping y'all can be the next one to fuck this woman. Well, who's the first one to fuck her? How many do you know? At least that white girl ain't half promising pussy when she's sitting up there talking.
How is Six half promising pussy? Listen. Tommy is right now, like, literally bothered by the fact that Six is a bad bitch. She is. I don't understand why that bothers. Like, he's talking like a dude who's never been around or seen a bad bitch. Like, her being bad is annoying him. So she's not doing anything to indicate anyone has the possibility of sex with her. She's on there being a bad bitch, talking her shit. And as long as she's talking about women topics, she's good. She's good. It's when she starts to talk about guy shit where I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about because all you know is what dudes who was trying to fuck told you. But she's not talking about guy shit right now. Right now, she's talking about race issues in another woman. She's up there acting like she wants to present in sex. No, you just want to fuck. That's the problem. So you can't think about nothing else but how much you want to fuck. You ain't even diss Six. You done diss these two, but you won't diss Six because you want to fuck. Let's call a spade a spade. You talk all this shit about black women, but you want to fuck them. And had they not abused you when you were a child, in the words of my man Nas, where you abused as a child, scared to smile, they called you ugly. Had that not happened, you wouldn't even be defending Pearl right now. But you can't buy enough black women to sleep with you with your YouTube money to make up for your childhood, where you were abused as a child and scared to smile because they called you ugly. If we really keeping it a buck, but let's continue.
At least that white girl ain't making no stupid ass points like, you raccoons. All this many years and it's raccoons. You don't agree? You a raccoon. And y'all think this is okay. You wonder why these bitches don't grow? You wonder why the only man that they can get is black men? But as soon as they were to...
The only man Pearl can get is black men. Because she's built like a man. And y'all love white so much, y'all look past it.
A man, non-black, what would they do? Run for it. They would run for it, run for it, run.
That's the sad part. She got what she needed.
Right.
This bitch said that's the sad part. That this made-up future she's talking about will happen. Listen to this. That's the sad part. That this made-up thing that has not happened, this woman has shown no propensity to do the thing that they just said she's going to do. Did y'all notice that what black women love to do is try to scare black men from dating or liking or even showing respect or love or care for a non-black woman? You ever notice that? You notice black men don't have to scare black women out of dating.
y'all do the same damn shit. What's the difference? We got a whole bunch of people who hate their own damn race on this YouTube. Whole bunch of people. What you think SYSBM is? Save yourself, black men. From who? Black women? What you think the Passport Bros is? Save yourself, black men. From who? Black women? All because y'all want to fuck so bad y'all can't contain yourselves and have a normal conversation. You lash out. You sat me in the room with Sixdagoddis Dnieka, and I don't even know who KK Keys is, but you sit me in the room with them, we'll have a logical discussion. I would command control of that room. Everybody would calm the hell down, and we'd be vibing. You put Tommy in there, it'd be a fight, because Tommy don't know how to deal with the fact he want to fuck him. Just like when I went on Peso Man's channel, a room full of divestors, calmed everything down, had a logical conversation, got respect. Why? Because I wasn't coming at him crazy. Why you not coming at him crazy? Because being around bad bitches don't bother me. I'm around bad bitches all the time. And fortunately for me, I wasn't abused as a child and scared to smile because girls called me ugly. Girls told me I was fine. Shit, I wouldn't even know how to cuddle the way I did if it wasn't for a woman. They told me everything. They gave me the game. They're like, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to turn you into a Superman. Slap the ass on myself. So I'm a Kryptonian now. What are we talking about here? Let's wrap this up.
Men, somebody tell me I'm lying. Do black men go with the scare tactics to try and get black women to not date white men? I'm going to scare you. You know they're going to put you in jail. You look what they did to Emmett Till. You hate your mama if you date that white bitch.
Nobody says you hate your mother if you date a white chick. In this video, at least. Black women do say that dumb shit, though. Y'all need to stop.
Fuck. Y'all are raccoons. So if you say...
Now, you're a raccoon, not y'all.
With what this girl said, or you don't think something's wrong with what she said, you're a raccoon. Never an honest conversation about it. You're just a raccoon.
Well, Tommy, you weren't having an honest conversation just now. So this about wraps that video up, man. I mean, there ain't really much else to say about it. It was very petty. It was basically just him attacking black women the whole time. He never really attacked any of their points. And it's unfortunate that that's the route that he chose to go. versus arguing against what they were saying or even saying why he doesn't have a problem with what Just Pearly Things said. I've yet to really see a black man articulate, the ones who didn't have a problem with what she said, why they didn't have a problem with what she said. Because I'd love to hear it because I don't understand how you can't. I don't understand how you can't. But instead of doing that, he just wants to go on there and default to what he knows he's good at and default to what he know he won't be challenged for, which is just roasting black women just because he can. Stupid reply video. Imagine loving white women so much that you literally make a brand new channel and go live just to counteract, just to play defense force. Just to play fighter pilot, just to be like, I'll save you, white woman, you big King Kong looking ass, climbing to the top of the building to hide her from these bullets. Now you catching bullets for no damn reason. Coming all the way back to YouTube to roast 2 black women in defense of this man. That's crazy to me. But either way, man, that's my thoughts on this. I am Alex and I am out, y'all. Peace.